name is Raul. How many people do we have playing? Did I really need to be here for one player? I mean one player. Hey, great, welcome. Go ahead and type in your name. Oh, yeah. Do you want a 7-question tournament-length game or a full 21-question full game? All righty, then.
30 seconds.
Now, remember this. Your buzzer is the letter B, as in Boolean. Here and do the game.
20 seconds.
You know, I photocopied the fire escape routes for everyone, and they just sit there.
20. Hey, when a question pops up, you gotta buzz in. Then you pick your answer on the screen and hit the right number on the keyboard, all right? Follow me?
You
know what? I think you ought to take a chill pill about the size of a phone book. Hey, they want to start the game. Everybody get ready.
That's right.
Throw me a category.
And now, climbing up the charts all the way to number 1.
Well, what do we have here? Welcome to my fantasy. You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000.
Hey,
okay,
Crappy,
Big
how's it
Fantasy
going?
Island fans may recall a rather unusual villain showing up every now and again to compete with Mr. Rourke. Imagine that Mr. Rourke finally loses to his longtime rival. Fantasy Island would most likely be renamed what? Gilligan's Island, Devil's Island, Angel Island, or Little People's Island?
I think it would be Devil's Island.
On a couple episodes of Fantasy Island, the devil appears to do battle with Mr. Rourke for his soul, but Mr. Rourke always wins. Yeah, woo! Now, a lesser-known fact is Tattoo's archenemy, Webster. All right, I need a category. Here we have Jetsonian economics. You get it right, you get 2K. All right, it's time to fill in the blank. Buzz in and start typing when you know the answer. Now, you know, I'm watching the Jetsons the other day, and the thing that bugs me about this show, I don't care it's a ripoff of the Honeymooners or the Flintstones or any of that. It's George's boss. This guy is always threatening to fire him. It seems like that's the plot of every episode, or at least every other episode. I gotta tell you, man, if my boss treated me like that, I'd tell him to take this job and shove it. You know what I'm saying? Oh, so anyway, here's the thing. For which company does George Jetson work? Buzz in and type when you got it.
I don't know.
Go for it. Type in your...
I'm just going on randomness here.
The lights are on, but nobody's home. Let me show you what you should have typed in. George Jetson is a computer operator at Spacely Sprockets. Rumor has it we'll be using computers in the future. If that doesn't blow your mind. Time to pick a category.
No way.
We're losing him, Doctor.
On my count. 1, 2, 3. Never mind.
I believe this one is called My CTV. I'm gonna give away $3,000 this time. Yeah, here comes one of my favorite questions because it's about me. What's my favorite TV show? Hong Kong Phooey, Mannix, Charlie Rose, or the Bassmasters?
I have no earthly clue.
The one show that I'll stay at home to
Mannix,
watch is
maybe?
my man Mannix. I'm telling you, when I was a young boy, I used to dream about Mannix. He'd look at me with those steely eyes and grab me in those big, strong arms, and we'd solve a case together. Hey, I don't care what you think. I'm talking about Mannix. Give me a category.
Okay.
Spotless window, shining floor, do it all with number 4.
This one's called I'll Take Food for Hamana Hamana. $2,000 for a correct answer. Flex those fingers, here it comes. Based on what Ralph Cramden says in a famous episode of The Honeymooners, what is the $99,000 answer? Ed Norton wrote Swanee River. Ralph wrote The Star-Spangled Banner. Alice Cramden wrote Moonlight Sonata. Or Trixie Norton wrote Take the A-Train.
I'm going to go with 3.
One of these days, Alice, pow, right to the Moonlight Sonata. Okay, now, here's a good answer. Okay, either you saw this episode of The Honeymooners and you forgot it, or you never saw this episode to begin with. Either way, it makes you a big loser, which means you're not going to get any explanation out of me. Let's move on. All right, pick a category. Hey, stress cut with lime sore.
It is time for a gibberish.
Gibberish question time.
One gibberish category coming up. Kiss the mother, kill the daughter. What do you say to $5,000 to start this gibberish question off? Now, as soon as you know the answer, you buzz in and start typing, because I'm going to take away some of that cash every second and a half. All right, now that you're all settled, tell me, what popular sitcom line does this rhyme with? Kiss his shy mother, smother Carol. And don't let that punctuation fool you.
Kiss his shy mother.
First clue, it's from an 80s sitcom. It's from an 80s sitcom featuring Bob Newhart. Hey, if I'd have said hi, Bob, you want it, you got it. Type in the answer and hit return. You know, I never understood why that was so funny. Maybe I'll go ask my brother Schmitty. Hey, Schmitty, you think that's funny? No, Schmitty, I don't think that's funny. See, we don't think that's funny. Category, please.
Tonight's topic, sex in the workplace.
For your enjoyment, classic TV and backstage rants. I got $2,000 says you don't know this one. Okay, you can pretty well imagine that in the days of live television, working backstage was incredibly stressful. Suppose the writers for Sid Caesar's Your Show of Shows had gotten fed up with the tensions of live TV. Given the show's writing staff, which tantrum would you definitely not have heard? Screw this, I'm Woody Allen. Kiss off, I'm Neil Simon. Bite me, I'm Mel Brooks. Or cram it, I'm Milton Berle.
I'm going to say it's Mel Brooks.
No, Mel Brooks wrote for Your Show of Shows, although a 15-minute farting around the campfire scene might have been a bit too much for 50s television. What do you say we check out the right answer? Milton Berle was too busy writing for his own live show, Texaco Star Theater. Besides, I can't imagine Uncle Milty throwing a tantrum. Cream pie, maybe, but never a tantrum. Throw me a category.
Question 7 is dedicated to the men and women of trivia.
This category is known as Steven Spielberg Presents Antibrainiacs. You get this one, you pocket $2,000. Hey, did you ever see the movie Poltergeist, where the suburban family's house is haunted because it's built on this Native American burial ground? Yeah, talk about location. If the Poltergeist family wants to exorcise their house using a pair of actors who had roles on a show about ghosts and a show about Native Americans, whom should they call? Tony Randall and Jack Klugman, Forrest Tucker and Larry Storch, Sid Caesar and Imogen Coca, or Phil Silvers and Buddy Hackett? Forrest Tucker and Larry Storch starred in F Troop, which featured the Hakawi Indians, and in the 70s kids show Ghostbusters. However, if the Poltergeist family is haunted by F Troop's Hakawi Indians, the only thing they gotta worry about is not succumbing to the excessive zaniness. All right, I need a category.
Join us as we explore the fascinating world of 8.
All right, give it up for, don't forget the unzip code. You get it right, I'm giving you $1,000. Put it in gear, because here we go. If you were to come across a letter that begins with the TV show title Dear John and ends with the TV show title Love Sydney, what might be the subject of the letter? A little girl's crush on a teacher, an older man's interest in a divorced man, a crazy girl who wants her sister's husband, or a single mother's interest in a married man.
I think it's
John Lacey is the Dear John character whose wife left him, and Sidney Shore is the guy who shares his apartment with a young woman and her daughter on Love Sydney. Yeah, the rest of the letter caused a much publicized boycott of the networks by certain religious groups. Time to pick a category.
Okay.
We fill your tank and check your number 9.
Let's see what we got going. The Hogan Family Ties. You're looking at $3,000 on this one. All right, don't freak out on me. It's only an analogy. Mallory from Family Ties is to David from the Hogan family, as Joe from The Facts of Life is to Beaver from Leave It to Beaver, Mike from Growing Pains, Tommy from Alice, or Urkel from Family Matters. Justine Bateman, who played Mallory on Family Ties, is the real-life sister of Jason Bateman, who played David on The Hogan Family, while Nancy McKeon, who played Jo on The Facts of Life, is the real-life sister of Philip McKeon, who played Tommy Hyatt on Alice. And interestingly enough, Vic Tayback, the guy who played Mel on Alice, is the father of all four of them. Could you imagine? All right, pick a category.
No.
The following is a test of question 10. This is only a test.
Shake hands with how Victor Khayyam's mind works. How does $2,000 sound? Hey kids, it's howdy doody time. Suppose you have Victor Khayyam over for dinner. Based on his famous Remington electric shaver commercials, what might he do if he has a really good time? Buy your house, shave your head, give you a football team, or burst into song? No, but think about doing it yourself. Might be a good look for you. Why didn't you pick this one? According to the commercials, Victor Khayyam liked the Remington electric razor so much, that kooky guy went and bought the company. So maybe he'll buy your house, or at least your plates.
Great meatloaf. Here's $20 for the plates.
But I'm not done eating. Wait, oh.
Hey, you're halfway there. Let's see what happens in round 2. Don't forget, everything in round 2 is worth double, so heads up.
Obviously, we gotta do a little better than that.
Category, please.
11, come on, girl. Good question.
Open wide and get ready for Jack Webb and the Lost Generation. 4K coming your way for a right answer. One question coming right up. Which of the following Hemingway-esque sentences is not in the opening of Dragnet? I'm a cop. I work here. This is the city. Or just the facts, ma'am.
Just the facts, ma'am.
The opening of Dragnet does not include just the facts, ma'am.
That's just his catchphrase.
Although it would have been really interesting to see Hemingway write for Dragnet, because if there's one thing that show needs, it's more bullfighting. Give me a category.
And word number 12.
The category? What does a clay boy eat? You get it right, I'm putting you up $2,000. Eyes forward, we're going. Suppose Gumby went to a restaurant that advertised the best darn gumbo in the world. Who might he think he would find in the restaurant? His dragon pal, his horse, his dad, or himself? Gumbo is Gumby's father. Cajun cooking. Oh, no! Throw me a category.
Flash, we interrupt this game to bring you a special question.
The category is Magnum Farce. How does $4,000 grab you? Ready? Catch this. If the Masters Golf Tournament were renamed to honor the actor who provided the voice of Robin Masters on Magnum P.I., what would the tournament be called? The Raymond Burr Invitational, the Orson Welles Open, the Charlton Heston Classic, or the Rock Hudson Cup?
Robin Madsen. Let's go with Burr.
Hope you didn't spend that money already.
No.
Well, that'll make an exciting story, won't it? The enigmatic writer Robin Masters was played in voice only by Orson Welles. The Orson Welles Open. I got a really bad image in my head right now. Time to pick a category.
I remember growing up on the mountain and sharing my bedroom with 14.
For your viewing pleasure, before Stimpy and Scratchy. You want $6,000? Give me your right answer. All right, pay attention. I'm going to say this one time because it's hard to do. The year is 1929, and in order for RCA engineers to focus their cameras under the intense heat of the lights, a 12-inch statuette of one of America's favorite cartoon cats is broadcast for hours on end. What fun! Woo. Okay, now, considering the cartoon cat that was used as TV's first test pattern, what might you hear kids say after watching the figure for hours?
I bet Jerry will whack him any moment now. No lisp, no yellow bird. This sucks. When's he gonna exit stage left already?
Or,
where's his magical bag of tricks?
The cat with the magical bag of tricks is Felix the cat. Man, Felix is without his bag of tricks. He's as stiff as a statue of an eternity, and the professor in Rock Bottom still can't catch him. Now that's a cat! All right, I need a category. Well, I hope you're all rested up, because you're about to take on a Dis or Dat.
Alright, I just hope it's not as bad as
And this Dis or Dat questions category is The Brother You Never Had. Okay, I'm going to read off 7 TV names, and for each one, I want you to tell me if it's the name of a big brother, a little brother, or both. If this character is a big brother only, press 1.
Oh, Lord.
If this character is only a little brother, press 2. If it's both, press 3. And to skip it, press 4. You get $1,000 for each right answer, and $1,000 is taken away for each incorrect answer. And, of course, any you don't get to. All right, I'm going to start you off with 30 seconds on the clock. Let the games begin. Alex Keaton, big brother, little brother, or
Alex
both?
is, both.
Peter Brady.
Peter is both.
Theo Huxtable.
Big brother.
Bobby Ewing. Bart Simpson.
Big bro.
Kevin Arnold.
Kevin is little bro.
One more. Little Joe.
Little Joe is little bro.
That'll do it. You know, you only got 4 of them right, which is not very reassuring for the rest of the game, is it? Let's look at your new score. Well, it's better than losing, Monk. Category, please.
Yeah, what's that?
Let's take a look at, want to watch my 13-inch? $2,000 for a correct answer. Hey, remember that cartoon about the very small detective? It was called Inch High Private Eye. Well, imagine that your 13-inch TV goes on the blink while you're watching Inch High Private Eye. Suddenly, many images of Inch High appear stacked on top of each other, but not 13. Why? TV screens are measured diagonally. TV manufacturers overstate screen sizes. TV pictures multiply if the set's broken, or TV screens are measured in metric inches.
They're measured diagonally.
TV screens are measured diagonally, so the height of a screen is always going to be slightly less. You know, if I had a nickel for every time I used that excuse, it's measured diagonally, so the height is less. Why am I telling you this? Let's move on.
Yeah, right. I didn't need to know that.
All right, pick a category.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you. You're beautiful.
We're calling this one, Who Needs Love When You Can Just Watch TV? I'll give you 4,000 clams for this bad boy. Hey, you remember that made-for-TV movie Goddess of Love? Yeah, well, do your best. Considering who played Venus in the TV movie Goddess of Love, which of these casting choices might you also expect to see? David Hasselhoff as Apollo, Larry Hagman as Pluto, Michael J. Fox as Cupid, or Pat Sajak as Zeus?
I don't know why I know this, but I think the Goddess of Love was Vanna White.
The Goddess of Love in the TV movie of the same name is played by Vanna White. So one might think, nay, hope, that Pat Sajak would play the King of the Gods. Yeah, I always thought that Pat Sajak had a weird power. It's almost as if he's in charge of some sort of Wheel of Fortune or something. Give me a category.
You know what? You're playing great. I'll stop bugging you now. You know what? Actually, just one more question. Question 18.
Today's specialties include Lance This. Sit up straight. This one's going to be worth $6,000. Say, you remember that made-for-TV movie, The Loneliest Runner, starring Lance Kerwin? Sure you do. Say Lance Kerwin's character in The Loneliest Runner decides to form his own country. Based on his problem, what will be the most appropriate design for his country's flag? Blue background with red stars, red background with brown stripes, white background with yellow spots, or black background with green clovers?
I'm going to go with 3.
Lance Kerwin's character ran home from school every day because his mother hung his pea-stained sheets out the window, so his flag would probably look like a pea-stained bedsheet. And for his country's national anthem, he could use the theme song from The Wiz. All right, I need a category.
Minty cool, minty fresh 19.
Let's have a big warm welcome for Damn Yellow Pages. If you know this one, you're getting $4,000. Here's the question. Based on how Agnes DePesto from Moonlighting answers the phone at the detective agency, what service might customers think they've called by mistake? Dial a joke, dial a mime, dial a poem, or dial a foreign country?
She does a lot of rhyming, so it would be confused for dial a poem.
Agnes DePesto generally answers the phone with a poem. Unfortunately, not too many things rhyme with Agnes. Time to pick a category.
Question 20 now concludes its broadcast day.
May I introduce who? You get it right, you get 2K. Now, you do know what an acronym is, right? Like radar and scuba and laser and all that, right? Okay, well, the name of the time machine on Doctor Who is an acronym. The letters stand for time and relative dimensions in space. Now, what's the name of the time machine? Hey, no fear peeking! Is it the TARDIS, the tarts, the tortoise, or the turds?
That would be the TARDIS.
The Time Lord's time machine is called the TARDIS. Which, coincidentally, was my nickname in junior high school. Throw me a category. Well, you've made it to the Jack Attack. Here's the deal. If you see two words that go together, buzz in and you get $2,000. If you buzz in when they don't go together, you can say goodbye to $2,000. Here's the fun part.
Remember the clue.
The words only match if they fit this clue. Working girls. Now let's see you work this Jack Attack. Good luck.
Rachel Green. That would be Stick with Her. Owen Morgan. Oh, by the book, okay. That would be Mo Steiner. Yes, my Greens. She worked with Peterman. That would be WGN TV, yes. Porky worked with Vertebrate. Halfway out. For your information. That's the way it worked for the bank.
Game. Hey, way to go, Player One. You know more about TV trivia than anyone else who played that time. How does that make you feel, huh? Kind of like...
You don't know. That's a wrap, folks. Give yourselves a little pat on the back. And Raul, are we doing another one of these?
Hey there, player. Congratulations on making the high scoreboard. Some people like to call it the high scoreboard. I prefer to call the scoreboard, which is high. It's all semantics. If you'd like to play again, let me know.
Laws of nature don't apply.
Then it, turned into this weird kind of, pit bull cat thing.
I think we're going to call it, actually. You have been watching You Don't Know Jack TV. If you like what you saw, be sure to leave a comment in the section below. Hit that thumbs up button when you want to be informed of any new content that we drop. And hit that thumbs up button located underneath the video. Be sure to subscribe and spread the word. We'll see you next time here on Tickets Please Gaming, as the arcade is now closed.